Hold on to that
You ever
feeling.
play a game you just can't win?
Every day. What up, everybody, and welcome to the FB and Goop Show. I'm FB,
I'm the Goob. What's up, y'all?
and we are, of course, as always, sponsored by America's greatest dive bar, the Good Time Tavern. How's the Goop?
The Goob's good, man. The weather's turning here in Northern California to gorgeous for a couple days before it decides to roast us, probably. So, things are good.
Yeah, it's gonna suck because if it gets any hotter, I'm just gonna get melted. So,
No, you're gonna weigh about 92 pounds by the end of this summer. It's gonna be
yeah,
hilarious.
right. Who's that guy? Oh, he sits in a little box all day long and walks 68 miles a week.
Indeed.
Where? In the
Yeah, but
heat.
no, I'm excited. We'll be talking good old boys at the homestead. We've got some Aaron Rodgers rumors. We got our NBA 3-on-3, FB versus the Goob. But I think we got to start with the madness, I think. Twice.
Please, let's not start with Aaron Rodgers. I promise you that. Let's start with the madness.
Yeah, let's do
And
it.
let's talk about our Western Conference bracket,
Oh, look at
which
that.
is it's almost perfect, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I gotta say. That'll be the only bracket we'll be showing you tonight. So please enjoy what you saw on the screen there. We're 2 3 pointers away from perfection.
Yeah. What a great
Arkansas and
bracket.
Florida. What can we say? John Calipari has done it again.
He has.
That's
The
what he
Razor.
does.
Yeah, so I mean, besides the Razorbacks beating St. John's, not a whole lot of madness. A lot of chalk still going on here. What was
Yeah.
most fun you had the weekend? I mean, besides McNeese State. McNeese State was probably my highlight.
McNeese State just screwed it. Colorado State was my highlight. I thought they even had another one in their hands with that 3 pointer with 7 seconds to go, but that was too much time for Mr. Queen.
Ah, yes.
And somebody made a comparison of him to Randolph and Antoine Walker. And only in that brief moment in time did I see Zach Randolph and Antoine Walker. I mean, like it was just like that. I was like, oh, I kind of see that comparison now. What an awesome shot to win a game with I mean, give me the ball attitude and get out of the way.
Yeah,
I got
Maryland
this.
Terps. That was a good one.
Yeah, that was excellent. But Colorado State, I think, was my highlight. I think them taking the first game and then almost stealing another one. I thought that was the highlight of the weekend for me on
So
the
close.
March
So close.
Madness. Kentucky winning, of course. We expected Kentucky to get to Tennessee, so I expected
Yeah.
to get there.
I mean, honestly, Duke seems to be the best team that I've seen so far. They're just absolutely
They're
destroying
just
people.
crushing everybody.
But aside from that, I do like the winner of that Tennessee Kentucky game. I think could be the opponent in the finals because they're playing good ball. Kentucky's playing better than they're actually playing defense. I don't know if they were just like, hey, it's the tournament, maybe we should try on defense, guys.
Well, they got
And
their
like
that didn't they get that Butler guy back though? I mean, that's kind of the
that
leader
does
of the
help.
team.
Butler does help, absolutely.
So, I mean, I
But
think
they had like steals on like five straight possessions in that last game, and hadn't seen that all year from Kentucky. Is all I'm saying.
no, you don't see that from anybody. So, I mean, yeah, that's
Ever Dyson Daniels, Defensive Player of the Year, Atlanta
nice.
Hawks.
Nice. Um, I thought the Yukon Florida game also, I thought
Woo! Yes, that was a smoking hot one. I love
that
that.
was a really good game, man. I mean, that game could have went, the that game was lost because they couldn't rebound on free throws.
Partially, yep. And they couldn't
Partially,
stop.
you know what I mean? Like
They
twice
couldn't stop
Florida
Clayton
scored.
Jr.
That was like big changes in the game. Like got one and then oh shit, got the rebound and got two more. Ooh, that's 3 point plays each. So I thought that was kind of like, well, that's kind of like unimpressive by the Yukon, two-time defending, but right on for the Florida Gators. Hey man, 1 point game, 74-75. I didn't think Yukon, I thought Florida was, you know, I mean, I thought they were the cream of the crop. So good job,
For sure. But
UConn.
I don't know the way I felt once the game got close and UConn like they were up by one and down by one. I was
Right.
like, ooh, this is a UConn game. You know what I mean? I kind of got a lot more nervous.
Right. UConn going to the Sweet 16 again. Here we go.
Yeah,
Nope.
indeed.
Florida won it.
Nope. So we still got a lot of SEC teams left. Houston still left. I mean,
All the
BYU's
number
probably
ones are still left, right? I mean, we have pretty much
yeah.
all number ones in the Final Four except for Tennessee, right?
Yeah, we had Tennessee in number two.
Right.
Right.
So, yeah, we still got a lot left. This is going to still be good. After Kentucky's 2 wins, I'm just as excited. If Kentucky beats Tennessee, there'll be a different FB next week. You know what I mean? It'll be like, hey, we beat
Well,
Tennessee.
by
Oh,
the
we'd
time
have,
they see us on Tuesday, you might have won 2 games.
yeah, right. If Kentucky's still in it on Tuesday,
Well,
I'll be
make sure you
wearing a
do it
Kentucky
short if they
Wildcat
beat
jersey.
Tennessee so we can see it.
Yeah, right.
See the
Yeah,
happy.
I don't know. We just haven't looked impressive. But like I said, we're the only team that's beat like 7 or 8 of the top 5 teams over, and you know what I mean? So we can win big games. So I'm excited still for Kentucky. But all in all, good start to it. What we expected. The best teams are winning. So
Yep, true that. I'm ready for a little bit of madness. Sprinkle some madness in here, guys.
me too.
Let's knock off some of these 1 seeds.
Yeah, let's, because I'm not a 1 seed. Kentucky's not a 1 seed. We're a 3 seed. I'll
Right?
take. Yeah, knock off some of the 1 seeds. I don't want to play them.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't want to
That's
play
what
them at
I'm
all.
saying.
I don't want to play any of those guys. You know who you know who you don't want to play with in Texas? It's Kyle Larson.
Jackalopes.
You don't want to play with a jackalope either. That might mess you up. If you just try to like pick it up or something, like, oh, look how cute this is. That might be a bad idea. But Kyle Larson in Texas was, I think, maybe
You,
cheated a little bit
you
to
talking NASCAR? What sport are you talking about?
NASCAR.
Oh yeah, right. Gotcha.
Well, it's just almost completed the sweep this weekend in Texas in the truck race of NASCAR, in the Busch Light series of NASCAR, and then in the main series of NASCAR.
So
But
Friday,
won the
Saturday, Sunday.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, almost got the sweep.
Damn.
And and as of Sunday, with 11 laps to go, Kyle Larson was in third place. And it might have been the only impressive part of the whole race, actually, was to watch someone who, in fact, hit the wall probably 50 times or 60 times this week. In fact, there's pictures of his car on everywhere, the right-hand side, because he just kept smashing up against the wall because he
No
was
worries.
just balls to the wall, man. He just like took it to the edge every time, you know what I mean? To get as much speed he could, boom, hit the wall. Now, I don't know how you can hit the wall that many times and win the race, to be honest with you. I was like,
Seems a little odd. Seems like a crazy strategy.
it does. Well, a lot of winners at Darlington, they get that Darlington stripe. They swipe the wall in some. The guys that win, or the guys that are going as fast as they can, they sometimes hit the wall quite a bit.
By the end, and not one side view mirror left on any of those cards.
That's why they don't put any on. I don't think. I
That
think
makes sense.
that would just rip them right off the side of the car
That'd be
instantly.
so funny.
They'd
They
have
have a
to.
race. They
There'd be
give
so
everyone.
many cautions for debris. They'd be like, you know what?
We'll give them rubber ones.
Yeah, let's just get rid of this side view mirror thing. I don't think it's working out.
I think
So,
that'd be fun.
but the last 11 laps, Kyle Larson went from third place to first place to win the race, and pretty much just you have to run those people down. You have to become the fastest guy. You have to. It was very impressive. Busher and Reddick both in the top 10. That's where the points are, is in the top 10. If you want to make it to the championship or the playoffs without winning a race, your best bet's probably to stay in the top 10 all year long. Because it
Well, I
looks
tried
like
that last year, right? That wasn't really the way to go.
you tried that last year, but a lot of people won. And this year, I get Josh Berry's already won a race. So now you're like, shit. Bell's won. Bowman's won. Or
Larson's
not
one.
Bowman, but Byron. And now Josh, that Josh guy won, and now you've got Josh Berry won, and now you have a new winner this week in Kyle Larson. So that's 4 guys in the playoffs already.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. That's not good. Better try to get one of those wins, you know what I mean? To be in
Just gonna root for those 4 guys the rest of the year.
the rest of the year, just be in the top 10 and root for Josh Berry, Kyle Larson, Christopher Bell, and William Byron. That's it. That's all you root for, and be in the top 10 for the rest of the year. And then
Sounds good. Well, that rooting starts next week in Martinsville, which is a
it's one of
weird
my
little
favorite
track,
races.
isn't it?
Huh?
That's a wacky little track, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a flat oval. So it's flat, it's not very fast. I mean, it's not there's not much banking in it, and it's like a quarter-mile track. So it's a little flat quarter-mile track.
Like a go-kart track.
Kind of tough track. It's
Nice.
not like Bristol, that's a big bowl, and you can just keep the same speed up the whole time.
Right.
Like a motorcycle. At Martinsville, you go real fast and hit the brakes real hard and make the turn, and then
This is the one on that video game where Rob would kill me because all I do is smash into people in the back every time. I'm like, why are you stopping? I'm like, oh,
yeah, this is the one where you have to hit the brakes all the time and do the corner, and then speed back up to come out of the second corner, and then go straight
yeah.
as fast as you
That
can.
was a
Yeah.
tough one. That was a tough one on the game for sure.
Well, this is a tough track. Yeah. So I don't know how much. I don't know who. It's probably a Hendricks car that has dominated this track for the last 5 or 6 years. So Kyle Larson, William Byron, pick one. It's probably who you're going to see this week. I will. I don't know how Reddick does on these tracks. These are tough tracks. Bristol, Martinsville, things like that. So, but I
Yeah,
will
they ain't
definitely
got
be.
tracks like this in Australia.
No, probably not. No, maybe a dirt track.
Maybe.
Maybe a dirt track. All right. Listen, football has made announcements this week.
Ooh,
Aaron
just now.
Rodgers is a
Breaking
psycho.
news.
Aaron Rodgers is crazy. And other teams that decided to move on and just not wait for this guy to make a decision. A
And
la,
I applaud that.
a la Russell Wilson to the New York Giants.
All
they
right.
took
Well, hey,
they took Jameson Winston and Russell Wilson in the same week. It's like, what? Now you
really?
got 2 backup quarterbacks.
Yeah, that's like the same thing the Steelers did last year. It's like, what is the point of having 2 mediocre to shitty quarterbacks? If I don't get it, I don't get that at all.
No, it didn't make any sense. Justin Fields, Russell Wilson, Jameson Winston, Russell Wilson. I'm like,
Yeah. I mean, at least Fields has upside still. I mean, to give the Jets a little credit for
Fields
betting on
has
upside.
huge upsides. I think Justin Fields still has a future in the NFL if he could just land in a spot where the team's not looking to win the Super Bowl in the first year. Why the Bears ever thought Justin Fields was going to take them to a Super Bowl in the first 2 or 3 years? What?
Wacky.
That's crazy. That doesn't even make any sense. That's crazy talk. So I think Justin Fields still has an opportunity to, I don't know, play football in the NFL. Stefan Diggs apparently still has opportunities to play football in the NFL.
Yeah. Yeah. Apparently, he was good for the Houston locker room, and he's gonna be fun for Drake May to throw to. Carolina kid needed somebody up there in New England.
Yeah. New England should take that tight end from Penn State and give Drake Mayer like a true target or safety blanket, or why not? They have the fourth pick, fifth pick. You can
I mean,
get
that'd be pretty early for a tight end, but I mean, if he's the next Gronk, who cares?
if he's the next Gronk, who gives a shit? I think this guy is the next. He's that weird kid that played every sport and was good at all of them and said, I'm choosing football, and he can punt, kick, pass.
Fuck yeah. Tyler Warren's the man.
If you went and got Stefan Diggs, why don't you now just put the best tight end coming out of the draft? Hey, look, Bowers was a great pickup for the Raiders. They just didn't have a quarterback.
So true, so true. Yeah, somehow he had 120 catches almost
That's
without a
what I mean.
quarterback.
Yeah, without a
Yeah.
quarterback, he had 120 catches, and we're comparing this kid to Bowers, right? I mean, we are.
Oh, for sure.
for sure. So, I mean, with all his attributes, so why not? I think the Patriots should do that. They got Stephon Diggs now. They don't have to worry about a receiver. They got the quarterback of the future.
right?
Get him his tight end. So good for
But
them.
so if you're a Steelers fan, are you nervous right now because you have no quarterbacks at all, and Aaron Rodgers is still out there, and you really don't want him to be your quarterback? But what are you gonna do?
I mean,
That's weird,
he
right?
is the
Like,
next quarterback for the Steelers, right? And I think we're just,
see, if I'm a Steelers fan, I would hope not, but
oh, if I was, well, I'm a Packer fan. I get to laugh at Steeler fans the instant they get him. So
absolutely, and I'm okay
remember,
with that part.
never forget, I wanted to trade him to Denver the year before that. You can never forget that. I said it over and over again. Let's take the 3 number 1 draft picks, Chubbs, Patrick Surtain Jr. Let's take all the, you know what I mean? Let's take all these fucking players right now and just dump this guy because this guy's going a different direction. He's not going the direction of Tom Brady. He's going to the direction of
Cuckoo Land.
cuckoo land. So I'm like, if he was going to the Tom Brady direction where I was like, we're still going to win 4 more Super Bowls and then you'll leave us and win another Super Bowl, I'd be like, okay. But I didn't. But the Denver trade, I thought that was probably, and then we got nothing. He got injured. We didn't even get a first round pick. We got a second round pick because he didn't play 13 weeks or some shit. So the guy is, and now again, this is what he's going to go to the Steelers, and then the Steelers are going to draft a defensive end with the 21st pick, 2 picks before the Packers that I probably
Uh,
wanted. He's going to play.
Continuously ruining your life as a
He
Packer fan.
continuously is until he's gone. I just believe he's going to somehow screw the Packers. So, and it will. This is what will
Maybe I do
happen.
like
He'll
this
go to
guy.
the. They would take Jackson Dart, and instead of taking Jackson Dart, they're going to take Merkel Williams from Georgia. You know what I mean? And that's the guy that is slated to go to the Packers at defensive end at 6'4", 254 pounds with 7.5 sacks. You know what I mean? And instead, we're going to have to take not that fucking guy. And it's because they didn't take Jackson Dart. And,
Maybe you'll take Jackson Dart because you need a quarterback.
we could not yet. We'll get his replacement a couple years before he leaves. He'll know.
He'll
And then he'll
know.
go to the Jets.
They'll still need a quarterback.
I'm not convinced Aaron Rodgers still isn't going to go to the Vikings. JJ McCarthy at a press conference or at the golf tournament talking to some chick. She was like, "So how's it going? How's it feel like being the starting quarterback?" And the thing he's like, "They have not named me the starting quarterback at all." And I was like, "How's that possible? Who's behind you?" I mean, can't be anybody. You had Sam Darnold, the third string quarterback, cannot be somebody you're competing with. There's no fucking way. So
Tyrod Taylor.
it's not. Is it Tyrod Taylor? I thought it was like maybe some Dobbs guy or another one of those like Clemson nobody quarterbacks that still plays but decent if he's
Yeah,
on your bench.
right.
The Green Bay Packers still have Sean Clifford.
Sean Clifford,
Third
baby.
year in a row.
Woo.
We got rid of the other guy, the Pratt guy. Sean Clifford's still the backup quarterback for the Green Bay Packers.
He's got heart, baby.
We
No
are.
talent. No talent, but he's got a lot of heart.
That's all we need coming off the bench is heart.
That's all we need. That's all we need.
You ready to play this game?
FB versus the Goob, NBA 3-on-3? Sure, why not?
Let's do it. Oh, shit. Hold on.
Ah, forgot my questions and my paper and my lossy.
Now I got all that.
Good.
All right. Who starts?
We start in the East.
Oh, that would be me. Okay. Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Sort of.
Are the 76ers on their way to Cooper Flag City? So they can ruin another first pick in the draft's career.
No, they're going to the Spurs. Cooper Flag will be a Spur because that's just what's going to happen.
A Spur.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, who can really predict the lottery? But if you're looking back at things that seem to happen over and over again, it's Spurs getting 2 good players right in a row.
Spurs are really going to have to make a run for it then, because before I score you in this question, I
Well,
will
sure.
let you know that the bottom four of the East are a combined uh 0 for 15 or 16 right now. I mean, they're all like lost 5 in a row, lost 4 in a row, lost 3 in a row, lost 5 in a row. It might
Oh
be
yeah,
all over 17. The Hornets, the 76ers, the uh rest the Wizards, they're all like a lost 5 in a row. I'm like, ooh,
absolutely.
these
No, I
guys are.
mean the Spurs. It's Spurs magic. They don't even need to be in the worst four. They just get that 1.3% chance. We'll take it. We're San Antonio. Bam, number one. They're not making the playoffs, so they'll get a percentage, and then they'll screw everybody over, a la Tim Duncan.
So you're saying they're going to get Webb and then Cooper Flag a year later or 2 years later?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not going to be Detroit. How about that? For once,
No, it's not going to be Detroit. We'll
we
talk
don't have
about
any
that.
chance. They can't get our hopes up this year.
No, you're
Like
not
it's
going to
like 5 years in a
be.
row we are the worst team in basketball, and we don't have any number one picks except for Cade Cunningham to show for it.
Yeah,
Crazy.
but Cade Cunningham is fourth, fifth runner up in the MVP, right? I mean,
He is. Yes, he is superstar.
superstar, right?
Oh yeah, did you see his game winner the other day? His superstardom just went up another notch as he hit the game-winning three one-on-one, rose up, splash, game over, Pistons win.
Yeah, I
That was
got your text message.
that was
So
a good one.
that was a good
Right?
one.
You're like, hey, Cunningham! Exclamation point. Who cares?
Who cares? Guy's a bum. But he's on the Pistons.
Indeed, indeed.
6 points. I don't like your Pacers thing. I like the fact that the East, the bottom four teams are completely tanking to like a level of which one of us is going to be the worst. Which one of us is going to be the worst team in the East? Good luck, you guys. You guys are going to have to. Who's willing to lose every game from this point on? That's what it is, right?
Oh, they're all trying. I got a question about that for you too.
Man, I'm just like, holy shit. Nobody's won at the bottom like in the last 2 weeks. That's insane. All right, question two. Uh, Pacers on the move. Can they pass the Knicks?
The Knicks aren't careful. It is possible. I mean, we all remember the Pacers last year had two huge runs, but they were like, didn't they go like 16-2 in the beginning, and then they kind of faltered, and then they got hot again and got into the playoffs, made a little noise in the playoffs or the play-in. Yeah, no, the Knicks. Did you see their triple double? The Josh Hart, Carl Anthony Towns, both triple doubled in the same game.
Yeah, I thought we were supposed to be undefeated when Mitchell Robinson came back, and
How's that
we
going?
are now further behind the Celtics since the arrival of Mitchell Robinson than we've been
Hmm.
all season long. Now we're like 7 or 8 games back behind the Celtics,
Hmm.
and only 3 games ahead of the Pacers after what I said was going to be the turnaround for the New York Knicks.
Yes, the onrushing Pacers. No, I'd be nervous. How many games we got left? Are we down to like 10 or 20? Probably
It's
10,
got to
right?
be in between the two. We're at least 60 some odd games in. We have 40, 40 wins. We got 17 or 18 losses, 20
Oh
losses.
yeah, we're down to like 9 games left.
Yeah,
8 games
right. I'm
left.
like, man, we're like 40 wins. We
Ooh, it'd
have
be
more
tough.
than the Cavs only have 17 losses. So we have to have 20 some odd losses. We're
Yeah,
12 behind them, 29 losses.
yeah. You have three less losses than the Pacers. That'd be tough to lose in 8 games unless you have a crazy hard schedule or something. So I'm going to say no. They will not catch the Knicks, but they will make you play out every game and no rest for the weary for you
Ah, it
guys.
sucks because we only have the weary.
That's all we got. It's
That's
weary,
all we got
man.
left is the weary. We only got, that's why Mitchell Robinson coming back was supposed to take some time off for other players and
Yeah, more depth, more rest.
more depth, more rest. That Cola kid was going to the G League all the time just so when we got to the playoffs, he could be more depth, more rest. So,
Rough
and,
one.
and
All right.
apparently we're just losing. Maybe we're going for rest right now. That's why we're losing.
Possible.
Um, all right, 8 points. I like it. That's a good question. That's a good answer. All right,
I like that. That was a good one. Okay.
you ready?
Tyrese Halliburton. Here we go.
Tyrese Halliburton. Are the Pistons or the Cavs the most improved team in the East this year?
Well, let's start at the beginning here.
Time? We don't have that
Of
much time.
time. Once there were rocks, and now there are rocks and other stuff. I think there were more rocks or other stuff in the world. Never mind. Um,
What?
Probably other stuff.
Other stuff.
There's a lot of rocks though.
The whole earth is made of rock. Let's go.
No, the turnaround the Pistons have made this year. I mean, I know it's easy to go from last to middle. It's easier to do that than to go from almost
Middle
upper
to
echelon
first.
to upper echelon.
Right.
Although the Cavs did lose four in a row lately to make that a little bit closer there in the East. They're still up by 5, so they're basically clinched.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, no, I mean, what the Pistons have done was what we thought they should have been doing the last 3 years. Improving, getting better. We have a lot of talent. I mean, how many top 5 picks do we have? Like our
10
whole
in a
team
row.
has been drafted number 5, I believe.
Somewhere around there. Four
But
or
yeah,
five.
so this year, we got JB Bickerstaff and Tobias Harris and Beasley and the veterans and Cade Cunningham's grown up a lot, like another level or two. The Cavs, you knew they had the talent, and everyone just kind of said, you can't win with two bigs. And they're like, fuck you, we're going to prove you wrong. And so they just kind of like proved the doubters wrong as more than they actually improved. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they
So,
improved, but how
so
much? They're still
this
going to
is
lose. They're still going to lose the Celtics. So
this is one hit wonder kind of shit, and then Pistons are going to be a dynasty franchise.
that's right. We're taking over.
Taking over.
That's right.
There's only 7 teams with 6 teams, 7 teams with 40 wins in the East, and the Pistons, who I would have thought would have not been there.
We had like 11 last year.
Yeah. 30 more wins. It's like, wow, that's amazing. But now the Cavs went from 4th, 5th place and to the juggernaut. So I'm like, well, that's crazy. Pistons have done really good this year, but the juggernaut Cavs have done really well this year too. So it's like, who is the most improved team for where they sit?
It's Detroit, it is.
Yeah, it is. They came from nowhere to put themselves in the talk. So it's like,
Right? We're actually on ESPN this year, which is shocking.
it's been since Grant Hill since I've seen the Pistons.
Right?
No, I guess Ben Wallace and all those guys. All right, 8 points. Good answer.
Rashid Wallace. 8. I nailed that shit. All right.
Nah, Caps could have been the right answer too. You would have got 8 points no matter what.
Cavs are not the right answer. That's why I should have been right. Alrighty. Heading to the Western Conference, my question to you involves the Houston Rockets, who are 9-1 in their last 10. And they've got some playoff experience with Freddie Van Fleet and Dylan Brooks. If you'd like to discuss the Rockets, you may, but what is your favorite or who is your favorite Rocket?
Van Fleet. Of course. Guy's the man. It's probably the only person I know on the team, actually, too.
I was thinking more like Tomahawk with a GoPro during the Gulf War, or Rahib Ismail would be one of my favorite Rockets.
It would be a good rate. You know what? He probably was pretty close to one of my favorite Rockets, actually.
Right. I only found 2 other ones.
Was Quadre his brother? He was
Quadri.
Quadre.
Rodgers from Syracuse. Yeah, he was dope.
He was dope too. So yeah, I don't know. My favorite Rocket, I'm gonna go with Ralph Sampson. It's my favorite Rocket of all time.
There you go. Good old Ralphie.
I don't want to say Akeem Olajuwon because I'm pretty sure he's the reason that the Knicks didn't win a championship when Jordan took his rest.
Pretty much.
So I don't want to say him. So Clyde Drexler is my favorite Rocket of all time.
Nice. Old Clyde.
Old Glide Clyde Drexler.
Nice.
So there you go. Final answer. Clyde the Glide Drexler.
All right. And do they have any shot against OKC?
They're in third place now, right?
Second?
Second?
Nuggets
Oh,
lost a couple
Nuggets.
games this last week. Joker's taking a break before the playoffs.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Nuggets are second, the second best team.
They're just lining up so they can play the fucking Warriors and beat the crap out of us in the 3-6 series.
Oh, they could have just rested Joker for that game too. They beat you already without him and Murray.
Yeah.
Not a big deal.
That was mirage.
It was a mirage. That didn't happen. It happened.
Didn't.
Yeah, I like the Rockets. I just don't think they can beat OKC or fucking.
I don't know. I like the Rockets' chances. They're playing really well. I think. I don't think you want to play Houston in the playoffs.
The Nuggets do. So does OKC. They don't care.
They don't care.
They don't care. I like where the Rockets are going, though. We've talked about them for the last 2 years. We both have seen the future of the Rockets brighter than it has looked from the Harden times to the whatever the rest of the shit they did after the years of Hakeem Olajuwon and all the other, great teams they've had. So I like where they're going.
I like where they're going to.
I still like Clyde the Glide best.
Nice.
Nice.
Hell yeah. He was the coolest.
He was the coolest.
All right, fair enough. 7 points. All right. So I'm going to go to Golden State now, or San Francisco, where since Jimmy Butler's arrival, the Warriors have lost 3 games, 1 with Jimmy Butler out and 2 with Steph Curry out. So they're basically undefeated when both are on the floor. Assuming Steph Curry's back holds up, how long does this Jimmy Butler honeymoon last? I mean, if he loses another one in a row, is it over? Like, can he make it through the year? Can he make it through 2 years?
So you're not just talking about this season. You're talking about I give Jimmy Buckets 3 years in Golden State. He'll just play 3 years in Golden State. He'll just run his contract. Steph will play three more years, or 2 more years.
Yeah.
I don't see those two. I think he's not going to hate San Francisco and California. It's not Miami.
No,
No,
it is not.
it is not Miami Beach. It's not Florida. It's not humid. It's not.
I'm sure he's just going to have a house with a gate anyway.
Yeah, but
Wherever
less
he is.
Hawaiian shirts, less shorts, more dress for the occasion kind of shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, I see 3 years. I don't see him going anywhere. Do I see him winning this year? I think I see them for the next 3 years being either in the Western Conference Championship or no, and the game right before it. You know what I mean? So it's like, because you
That
never
seems to
know,
be-
man. Add a piece next year, you still got Jimmy Butler and Steph Curry.
We're still waiting for Wiseman to get better. Is he still on our team?
Oh, I don't know. I thought you got Mutombo back, so you're good.
Yeah, Kuminga's back. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Good to go.
All
You got
right,
how much
so
money
you
you
got
guys
7
got to
points
play with
again.
next year?
That's more faith than I thought you were going to give him. Because
I could see him playing 2 years, 2 more years.
I was watching that game today against Miami, and we were getting beaten. I don't think he liked that very much. I don't know.
mean,
I don't know how much longer he's going to accept that.
he's got a bad taste in his mouth about Miami, so he's probably never gonna like. If you bring up Miami, that's probably not going to be your best day with Jimmy. You know what I mean? But if you just stay on point and just talk about California, you'll probably be okay.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. All right.
All right. So the last question involves tanking again. If you watched the end of the Toronto-Utah game the other day, fourth quarter, close game. In the fourth quarter, we did not see Utah's Lauri Markkanen, their all-star. We did not see Walker Kessler, their leader in block shots and rebounds. We did not see Toronto's Scotty Barnes. We did not see Quickly. We did not see RJ Barrett. So it was pretty obvious. They had a bunch of rookies and G League guys in the end of a close game. So it's obviously that this tank job, like you were saying earlier, it's on for the Cooper flag. Um,
Other than the four teams in the East that I spoke of, the Jazz are the other teams.
oh yeah, no, they're going full tilt
Everybody
to
in
be
the
in the
West could
bottom
still
four.
make the playoffs, I think. I'm just being, facetious. I think if you made a run, everybody's still working hard, except for the Jazz, who are way behind everybody else. So, yeah, we're the
I
Jazz. They're
mean, the
like,
question is, should something be done about the tanking? Can anything be done? I mean, they're obviously you got to start your superstars, so they start him, and all of a sudden at halftime, oh, hamstring for Lauri Markkanen at halftime, he won't be returning to the game. You know what I mean? So they've
right.
skirted that rule,
Oh, easily. All you got to do is start.
right?
And on your starting five, ladies and gentlemen, Utah's Jazz's Heart and Sunshine, Lauren Marketed. Hey! 6 minutes into the game, have you seen Lauren? Where's Marketed?
Right. I paid $150 to watch Markkanen. He's sitting there drinking Kool-Aid.
Look, he's smiling. We're going to win 2 years from now.
Nice. So
I don't
do we
know. I
really
think you
care?
can skirt that. I don't think there's anything you can do about that. And I'm the one who's mad about it the most because I hate the price of the tickets. So, no, I don't think there's anything you can do about it. You can fine them, but they don't care. They'll pay the fines. They're all rich.
They
It's
have
all
done.
owner based.
They are paying the fines right now. To get Cooper
Yeah,
Flag, they're paying all the fines.
they don't care.
No,
Don't start anybody. Just pay the fines and try to get Cooper Flag.
I know it's kind of funny. It's like they forgot to tell the Bulls that everyone was tanking because they won like 8 out of their last 10. Fucking killing it,
I
Chicago.
almost wanted to have one of my questions be about Kobe White and where does Kobe White fit in this whole deal and where does the Bulls take this?
Well,
Do you
Josh Giddey was the key because now Kobe White could be the shooting guard and still guard the point guard. You know what I mean? Because Josh Giddey's a big point guard, so he can guard
right,
he can guard the taller guy on the other end. So
right.
Kobe White, this could like kind of unleash him a little bit. And Josh
It
Giddey
looks
is gonna
like he was
he's gonna be
last
like up
week's Eastern Conference Player of the Week. With 33 points a game and running around like a madman, scoring everywhere
Yep, with that crazy hair.
with that crazy hair. So yeah, good for Kobe, good for the Bulls, man.
How many points left? 22. I'll give you 7 again. 21.
21, loser.
Loser.
Almost could have got 8 points for that question too.
I mean, it was pretty close.
It's
I
close. I
rounded down.
almost could
I
have got eight
rounded
points for
down.
that.
I rounded down. It was cool.
You did. You rounded down. I was a 7.8, and you were like, nah, 7.
Nah, 7. I could have went to 8, but I didn't.
If it was a 7.9, I would have done it.
I would have done it.
I would have done it. 7.8.
Creeping.
Creeping up there. 7.89, actually. It was right there.
Right
Couldn't do
there.
it.
You got a performer of the week?
I got a do I have a performer of the week? I do. It's Kyle Larson for almost getting the sweep in NASCAR. You know how hard that is to do, man, to win first of all, you got to race in all the fucking races. If you don't race in all the races, you can't do it. Like Jeff Gordon never I was like, Jeff's never gotten a sweep. That's because Jeff doesn't drive in the truck race and the Busch Light race. And he gets there on Thursday or Wednesday, practices, qualifies, and then he sits in his trailer after his practice. He doesn't race every fucking night when he's not 12.
That's
You know what I
maddening.
mean? So shout out to Kyle Busch for doing it over and over again. But dude, to win to dominate and have the comeback on 11 laps to go he had this weekend, Kyle Larson is my performer of the week.
Very
Excellent
nice.
driving young man.
Yeah, I guess people can be good drivers.
Yeah.
Anyway, my performer of the week, I usually reserve this spot for Christian Pulisic.
Yeah, as always.
But unfortunately, the U.S. national team got crushed by Panama and Canada in some sort of wacky, what world are we living in kind of soccer mayhem. So they don't get anything. They get nothing this week. I'm going to give it to Sidney Crosby, who passed Wayne Gretzky for most points with one team, putting him at 4th all time. And he is on pace to now get a point per game for 20 straight seasons, which would pass Wayne Gretzky. So we're getting Wayne Gretzky used to getting past here with Ovechkin coming up and all that. So
We are.
Oh,
We are on
oh, yeah.
Ovechkin Watch. If anybody doesn't know that, we are on Ovechkin Watch, ladies and gentlemen.
Ovechkin watch.
It's Ovechkin Watch, ladies.
Fucking hate
Six
that guy.
points. 6 points away could happen in one game. If you're not paying attention, please keep your eyes open. It can just, oh, he did it. When did he do it? Yesterday. Oh, oh my God. So, um, I'd like to give a second shout out to Chipper Jones, who said Barry Bonds was the greatest player to ever don the outfit. I was like, wow, that's unbelievable.
Kipper's the smartest.
Apparently, Chipper's the smartest.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. What are you excited for this week?
So many things. We got opening day Thursday. We've got March Madness. I think I'm probably going to do about 200 NFL mock drafts till my eyes bleed. So there's also maybe play some golf. Shit. I'm excited about a lot of things.
I'm kind of sad now.
Why, you working and not golfing?
I can't do any of that.
Nice.
I'm going
Wonder if
to
you could take your golf clubs while you do your.
I could just deliver the mail by golfing. I could just tee the mail up and smack it into the front yard. Got your
Lovely.
mail.
Whack.
I'm looking, you know what? My last day I retire, I will play more golf that day than I do golf or that I do. And that's only because I'm going to save all my annual leave up and sick leave. And then for my last 2 months of work, I'm just going to take every day off and get paid. So I don't have to work. There'll be no
Word.
overtime, but I won't care anymore. So, yeah, that's it. I'm FB.
I was the goob.
And now he is Spaceman Spiff.